Unlocking productivity: how flexible work hours can transform your life. In the bustling city of Argentown, amidst the concrete jungle and constant hum of life, there lived a young woman named Sophie. Like many others, she was trapped in the monotonous routine of working an 8-hour day at her office job. Every morning she would groggily drag herself out of bed, gulp down a cup of coffee, and brace herself for another day of endless spreadsheets and mind-numbing meetings. One particularly dreary Monday, Sophie found herself staring at the clock, its incessant ticking echoing in her mind. She sighed, thinking about the family dinner she missed last night and the pile of unread books collecting dust at home. Her best friend Max, a free-spirited entrepreneur, often teased her about her glorified hamster wheel, and deep down, Sophie knew he had a point. While waiting for her train home, Sophie overheard a conversation between two commuters. They were discussing a book called The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss. Intrigued, Sophie downloaded the book on her phone and started reading it during her commute. The book's ideas about working smarter, not harder, and optimizing time management struck a chord with her. As she delved deeper into the book, she began to see how outdated and inefficient the traditional 8-hour workday truly was. Sophie's mind raced with possibilities. What if she could convince her boss to let her work a flexible schedule? What if she could reclaim her time and enjoy life? The idea seemed almost too good to be true, but she couldn't shake the feeling that this was her chance to break free. Armed with newfound determination, Sophie decided to act. During her lunch break, she crafted a detailed proposal outlining the benefits of a flexible work schedule. She highlighted studies showing increased productivity, better work-life balance, and improved mental health. She even threw in a touch of humor, suggesting that the office coffee machine would thank them for the reduced demand. "Think of it, Mr. Grumbleton," she said with a smile. "Our coffee machine might actually get to retire before it dies of overwork." Nervously clutching her proposal, Sophie approached her boss, Mr. Grumbleton, a stern man known for his adherence to tradition. As she presented her case, she could see his brow furrow, but she pressed on, passionately explaining how a change in their work culture could revolutionize the office. She even quipped, "And hey, maybe the coffee machine will finally get a break from our caffeine-fueled desperation." Days turned into weeks, and Sophie anxiously awaited Mr. Grumbleton's decision. Meanwhile, she started implementing small changes in her own routine. She focused on completing her tasks efficiently, took short breaks to clear her mind, and even started a lunchtime yoga group with her colleagues. The atmosphere in the office began to shift, and Sophie noticed that everyone seemed a bit more relaxed and happier. Even Mr. Grumbleton cracked a smile once or twice, especially when Sophie joked about their office enlightenment. One Friday afternoon, Mr. Grumbleton called an impromptu meeting. As the team gathered in the conference room, Sophie held her breath. "I've decided to experiment with a flexible work schedule," he announced. "Starting next month, we'll be implementing a pilot program to see how it affects our productivity and morale." The room erupted in cheers, and Sophie felt a wave of relief and excitement wash over her. As the days passed, Sophie continued to champion the cause, rallying her colleagues and sharing actionable steps for maintaining productivity while enjoying their newfound freedom. They experimented with different schedules, held brainstorming sessions in the park, and even started a weekly Flex Friday tradition where they worked from their favorite coffee shops. One particularly chaotic Flex Friday, Sophie found herself in a frantic scramble. They had double-booked a client meeting, leading to a flurry of emails and calls to sort out the mess. Amid the chaos, Sophie couldn't help but laugh at the irony. As she shared a knowing smile with her colleagues, she realized that these moments of confusion and camaraderie were what made this experiment worthwhile. The journey was just beginning, and Sophie knew there would be challenges ahead. But for the first time in a long time, she felt hopeful and empowered. The future was uncertain, but it was also filled with endless possibilities. And as she looked around at her smiling coworkers, she knew they were ready to face whatever came next, together. Inspired by Sophie's story? If you're feeling trapped in the monotony of a traditional work schedule, why not explore new ways to work smarter, not harder? Start by reading books like The 4-Hour Workweek, and consider proposing flexible work arrangements in your own office. Small changes can lead to big improvements in productivity and happiness. Take the first step today and reclaim your time. And as always, remain motivated.